Right now on Denver 7 News at 5 a.m., the man accused of causing a police shooting that ended up injuring innocent bystanders will be in court today.
The same self-defense laws apply to police officers and civilians.
And new this morning, I'm sitting down with the woman responsible for deciding if any of those officers should face charges.
Well, this is something Colorado's hot housing market is not used to. Listing prices going down. The new reality sellers face.
Hey, dust off that orange and blue. In just one day, Broncos training camp kicks off. We are hearing from the players, and they're getting ready to meet you.
To see the fans screaming and cheering like it's day one, it makes you want to go even harder.
I bet it will be a rowdy crowd.
Huge crowds, yeah.
High expectations for the team this year. They'll have some autograph sessions, and it should be a lot of fun starting tomorrow morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Brian Sanders.
And I'm Nicole Brady. We're hoping for a good forecast for tomorrow. We could see a little more rain out there today, Lisa.
Yeah, it'll be more again. So this afternoon, this morning, nice and dry. You've got a little bit of cloud cover here moving in from the west, but we will see a chance for a few thunderstorms each afternoon today and tomorrow. A better chance, though, come Thursday, Friday. Right now, you're looking at across parts of southeastern Colorado, a little light rain lingering there this morning. That's now starting to clear out. You can see from Denver, beautiful start, upper 60s, wind southwest at right around 5 to about 10 miles per hour. We'll get to near 80 degrees by about 10 o'clock and then mid to upper 80s for highs today. So it's going to be a touch cooler this afternoon. Denver right around 87, Greeley near 90, some low to mid 90s to the southeast. Coming up, we'll take a look at that chance for some severe weather across parts of northeastern Colorado today, and I'll show you just how much cooler it's going to get by Thursday in just a few minutes.
And right now, the overnight construction is in place still in a lot of spots along I-70 on the east and westbound side over here on the west side of town. Here, basically between Sheridan, Harlan, on over getting to Wadsworth. This is a paving project that we're going to see last through about October. You can see from the camera over there, they are wrapping it up. You still see some of the cones of flashing lights here on the westbound side. There's the eastbound side, but they are wrapping up all the overnight work right now, so you shouldn't really be a problem. If you're about to leave the house in the next few minutes, it's really not going to be that big of a deal and not worth an alternate route. They also wrapped up all the overnight construction here on I-70 over in that lowered section, so it looks pretty good. We do have a problem, though, with some road instability, I guess, instability, here between 62nd and 58th here along Broadway. So that section is closed down, so you can use Washington on the other side of I-25 to get you around it. That is probably the best alternate at this point.
Well, for the first time, the man Denver police say flashed a gun at them, forcing officers to fire into a crowd in Lodo, will appear in court. 3 police shot at Jordan Waddy, injuring him and 6 innocent bystanders back on July 17th. Waddy is now facing a number of charges, including menacing, assault, and possession of a weapon by a previous offender. He was on parole at the time of the shooting. Denver 7 will be in court when he appears at 9:30 this morning.
Denver's district attorney is also in the process of investigating the officers who fired at Waddy. I sat down with District Attorney Beth McCann. She told me she can't talk about a pending officer-involved shooting case, but I wanted to know about the process of investigating a shooting when an officer is the one pulling the trigger and how she decides if it's justified. She told me it starts with her going to the scene. She or an assistant DA will look at the lighting at the time of the shooting, where the officers, suspects, and any victims were standing at the time. They look at all the physical evidence available. She can also suggest questions for investigators to ask the officers involved. I also asked her about the importance of police body camera video. The public thinks they know it all now and everything that's happened. How much comes down to that body camera video?
The body camera is typically very, very helpful. Sometimes not at all, because they wear it on their chest, and if they have their guns out, sometimes you can't see anything. You can hear, but in some cases, the body camera is very, very helpful because you can see lots of things. Often, though, it's dark, it's jumbled, there's a lot going on, and it depends, again, on the individual case. If you get a good, I mean, we've had them where you can literally see the gun coming out, and the police can slow down. They can slow the frames down, so you can get a much clearer sense of what the officer was seeing.
Well, since she has been Denver's district attorney 5.5 years now, McCann has not charged any officer in the shooting. She told me she has charged officers with assault and other nonviolent crimes. In the case of officer-involved shootings, when the investigation finishes, But McCann holds public meetings to explain why she is not charging those officers. And one of those meetings is happening tonight from 5 to 6 p.m. She'll be talking about the investigation into the shooting death of Colton Wagner last summer. Police say he turned a gun on officers at a park and the officers shot him. He died. McCann said the officers followed their training and stopped a bad situation from becoming worse. You can learn more about that case and get the link to tonight's meeting on the DA's website. Just click on News. Now, community members protesting the Lodo police shooting have called for the body camera video. They also say they want a Civilian Police Accountability Council. Well, Denver already has that. It's called the Civilian Oversight Board.
We are, regular old people, having regular old jobs in the daytime. And we're all really passionate about making sure that the police are acting in a manner appropriate with their role as folks who are supposed to keep us safe and protect us and also serve the public.
Now, the board chair who you saw there was expecting to get her first briefing on the Lodo shooting yesterday, which is more than a week after the shooting. The board has virtual public meetings on the first and third Friday of every month.
We also have an update to a story we brought you as breaking news yesterday morning, and now we're pushing for answers after Englewood police arrested another man for his role in a deadly officer-involved shooting from Sunday night. Police shot and killed a 22-year-old after they say they were met by gunfire. Denver 7's Christian Lopez joins us live this morning because Christian police arrested a second suspect on an attempted murder charge.
And we've asked police several questions to clarify exactly what happened, but we still have not gotten an answer from them. We know that they were responding to a disturbance among family members. This was at a home on Bellevue and South Grove Street. When they got there, officers say someone in the home started shooting at them, and that is when police shot and killed the 22-year-old. No officers were injured, but police announced that they arrested 29-year-old Philip Blankenship for his role in the shooting at police officers, and he is being charged with criminal attempt first-degree murder. We have been pushing for answers to see if the 22-year-old who was killed actually shot at officers, or if it was the 29-year-old who was arrested, or if it was both. Police would not give us any additional information because they say that this investigation is still ongoing. Live in Denver this morning, I'm Christian Lopez, Denver 7.
Also, Commerce City police are looking for 3 suspects in a deadly shooting. It happened just after 2 a.m. yesterday morning outside a home near 54th and Layden. Police say a group of 3 men confronted 2 others before shooting and killing one of them. Police say the suspects then stole the victim's pickup truck, which is a maroon 2003 Chevy Silverado with an extended cab and a lift kit.
A popular place to cool off, Big Soda Lake is closed to swimmers. This is at Bear Creek Lake Park. Officials found toxic algae in the water there. Paddleboards, canoes, and kayaks are still allowed for now, but people must have limited contact with the water so you can't fall off, and rinse your board immediately after getting out. Blue-green algae can cause illness to both humans and animals.
Well, tomorrow will be your first chance to see this new Broncos team in action.
Yeah, the new Broncos. I love this. Training camp starts tomorrow. Gates open at 9. There's limited space, though, so you'll want to get there early for a good spot. Outside linebacker Bradley Chubb says he looks forward to the hype he gets from the crowd, even during those long, hot practices.
Practice could get tiring, and on day 10, you might not want to be out there, but to see the fans screaming and cheering like it's day 1, it makes you want to go even harder and give them something, to look forward to when the season comes. So it's definitely a jolt of energy, and I'm excited to have them out there and be able to interact with them again.
There will be 14 practices, free and open to fans, and we will be there to show you all the action tomorrow morning and in the evenings after every camp. To see the full schedule, go to thedenverchannel.com. You'll be out there tomorrow morning.
I will, yes. Hopefully I'll get to see some of the players arrive dark and early. We'll see,
someone come out at 4:30 and meet Brian there.
Yeah.
I might be shopping, though. Instead, new quarterback Russell Wilson and his wife Sierra made an appearance at Park Meadows Mall last night.
This was for their grand opening of their clothing store. It was a big party. There was some dancing. This is the House of LR&C, which stands for Love, Respect, and Care. Is now open. It's their 4th location for the couple's fashion venture, and Sierra says her husband is very involved in the process.
And Russ, he kind of downplays his input, but he has incredible vision. He's very particular about the detail for men and how the shoes, down to how the shoes fit. the details of the button placement, the details of how a jacket fits around the waist. All those things matter to us.
Yeah, there was a DJ, so music and dancing. There's clothing for men, women, and children there.
I kind of like the shirt Russell's wearing in that.
Yeah.
The floral pattern. That's
I see
back,
it.
yeah.
Seriously, they are disgustingly beautiful together, are they not?
I know. I couldn't pull any of it off, yeah.
It's going to be fun, though, tomorrow. And, you know, I'll be out there live with you, too, Brian. I'll be there. We'll be in the
Awesome.
60s this morning, upper 70s this afternoon. Your biking forecast is going to be a pretty pleasant one. This afternoon, we're going to get Jason into the 80s. There will be more scattered storms and showers. We'll take a look at that coming up.
And getting over there to Dove Valley shouldn't be too hard, at least for training camp. It's going to be easy there around Peoria. No issues along Chambers either. The drive over here on the east side of town looks just fine now that overnight construction's done. That is a beautiful new camera. Look at this. This is eastbound, westbound I-70 over by Quebec. Looking good for us out to the east side.
If you owe any student loans, you will not be hearing from your loan provider anytime soon. Why they're being told to not reach out to borrowers.
And the Mega Millions jackpot drawing is tonight. The company that bought thousands of tickets for all of its employees.